Feeling stuck in a creativity rut? You're not alone. In fact, studies show that 71% of people feel like they lack inspiration at least once a week. That's a lot of creative blocks. Whether you're trying to come up with new business ideas, write a song, or even just brainstorm a solution to a problem, the struggle is real. But here's the good news. Inspiration doesn't always have to come from a big, aha moment. Sometimes, all it takes is a shift in how you think and act. In this article, we're going to dive into 3 unique strategies that will help you unlock fresh inspiration when your mind feels completely empty. From asking the weirdest questions to embracing boredom, you'll discover some surprising ways to reignite your creativity. So, if you're ready to break free from that creative block, keep reading to find out how you can unlock endless ideas in the most unexpected ways. Chapter 1. Unlocking your inner curiosity. The art of asking weird questions. If you're out of ideas, it might be time to ask a weird question. Often, our thinking becomes too rigid, and we forget how to be curious. Curiosity is a creative superpower, and the more open we are to asking, what if, or why not, the more ideas start to flow. Albert Einstein famously said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." It's true. Weird questions help shake things up, making space for creative breakthroughs. For example, instead of asking, "How can I make my work better?" ask, "What would happen if I completely ignored the rules?" Or, "What if I mixed 2 things that don't belong together?" This mindset allows you to see problems from a new angle. And the best part? It can lead you to unexpected answers. Psychologists agree that unusual questions force the brain to think more critically. They break the usual patterns and inspire new thought paths. Start small. Next time you're stuck, challenge yourself to ask 5 bizarre questions. It might seem odd at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. By making this a daily habit, you'll unlock endless creative possibilities that would otherwise be hidden. Who knows? One of those questions could change everything. Chapter 2. Wander without a map. Embracing the power of mindless exploration. Sometimes, the best way to find inspiration is to stop trying so hard. There's a magic in wandering aimlessly, whether that's taking a walk without a destination or letting your mind drift. Mindless exploration isn't a waste of time, it's essential for creativity. A study from the University of California found that 15 minutes of walking can increase creative output by up to 60%. This isn't just coincidence. When you wander, your brain is less focused on specific tasks and more likely to make new connections. You're not thinking about what you should do next, but allowing your mind to go off-road. This is how your subconscious mind gets to work. Steve Jobs was known to take long walks to think through problems. He believed that walking sparked creativity by allowing new ideas to form naturally. You don't need to go on a hike for this to work. It could be as simple as strolling around the block or doodling while you think. The key is to get your mind into a relaxed, open state. Studies show that when we're not actively focusing on solving a problem, the brain continues to work on it in the background, often leading to creative insights when we least expect them. So, the next time you're stuck, step away from the screen. Go for a walk. Give your brain the space it needs to generate ideas. Chapter 3. Embrace your boredom. The hidden fuel of creative sparks. In a world where we're constantly connected, boredom has become a bad word. But it might be exactly what you need to reignite your creativity. When you're bored, your brain has no choice but to wander. In fact, research from the University of York suggests that daydreaming, often seen as a result of boredom, actually helps boost creativity. When we let our minds wander, they make new connections, explore ideas, and stumble upon solutions we might otherwise miss. Boredom might feel uncomfortable, but it's a signal that your brain is craving something new. When you're not distracted, you create space for fresh ideas to emerge. The famous inventor Nikola Tesla was known to embrace boredom. He often said that the mind is sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude. It's in these quiet moments of stillness where his most groundbreaking ideas would come to life. To tap into this power, try setting aside time each day where you do nothing. No phones, no TV, just a few moments of peace and quiet. Don't rush to fill the silence with entertainment. Let your mind wander. You might be surprised at the ideas that pop up when you give your brain the time to think freely. Being bored is often seen as a negative thing, but it's the hidden fuel for creativity. So, the next time you feel bored, embrace it. It's your mind's way of telling you it's ready to create. Chapter 4. Rewind your creativity. Look back to move forward when you feel out of ideas. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to look back, not forward. It sounds counterintuitive, but revisiting your past work, childhood hobbies, or even old memories can bring new life to your current creative challenges. Psychologists have found that the brain is much better at remembering past experiences than we think, and using those memories to spark new ideas is a powerful tool. Take a trip down memory lane. Think about what you loved doing as a kid. Maybe it was drawing, writing stories, or building things. When you go back to these old passions, you might find that your creativity naturally flows, just like it did back then. Many famous artists, like Pablo Picasso, went back to their roots when feeling stuck. Picasso once said, "It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child." Sometimes, we lose touch with our inner child, but revisiting those carefree days can help you rediscover creativity in unexpected ways. You don't have to go far to find inspiration. Look at your old sketches, songs, or journal entries. Ask yourself, what did I love about this? And, how can I add something new to it? You'd be surprised at how revisiting old work can inspire fresh ideas. It's like dusting off a forgotten treasure chest full of ideas waiting to be revived. Chapter 5. The Chaos of Constraints. Why limitations are your creative superpower. It's easy to believe that creativity thrives when we have unlimited resources, time, and freedom. But in reality, limitations often spark the most creative ideas. According to a study from the University of Toronto, people are more creative when they face constraints. When you limit your options, you force yourself to think differently and come up with innovative solutions. Think about famous artists or inventors. They didn't have unlimited possibilities. Instead, they worked within boundaries. For example, when Dr. Seuss was tasked with writing a book with only 50 unique words, he ended up creating Green Eggs and Ham, one of the most beloved children's books of all time. If he hadn't been limited by those 50 words, he might never have created such an iconic work. Next time you feel blocked, give yourself a set of rules to follow. Restrict your materials, your time, or even your approach. Set a timer for 20 minutes and see what you can create with just a few resources. By embracing limitations, you'll discover a whole new world of creative possibilities. Creativity doesn't always grow in a garden of endless freedom. Sometimes, it thrives in the confines of a small box. Chapter 6. Surround yourself with strangers. How unexpected encounters spark genius. If you want fresh ideas, try surrounding yourself with new people. This may sound simple, but it's incredibly effective. A study from the University of Chicago found that interacting with people who are different from you can trigger creative thinking. Strangers bring new perspectives, new experiences, and new ways of looking at the world. And by engaging with them, you force your brain to adapt and think in ways you haven't before. You don't need to travel the world or meet famous figures to get inspired. Just talk to someone you wouldn't normally talk to. Attend a random event, join a different social group, or strike up a conversation with a stranger. Each new interaction has the potential to spark an idea or shift your thinking. Famous innovators like Steve Jobs and Richard Branson are known for surrounding themselves with diverse thinkers. They believe that creativity thrives in the mix of different opinions and ideas. Whether it's through travel, online communities, or just talking to people outside your usual circle, meeting strangers forces your brain to think outside the box. The next time you're feeling stuck, find someone new to talk to. You never know where the conversation might lead. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more creative inspiration and strategies. Stay tuned for more ways to unlock your inner genius.